Why does money have value? Imagine I hand you a piece of paper and say, it's worth $100. You'd probably laugh. And you'd be right. Because by itself, that piece of paper is almost worthless. You can't eat it. You can't build a house with it. You can't use it to create energy. So here's the question. Why can a simple piece of paper buy food, clothes, cars, and even entire buildings? Why does money have value? To answer that, we need to go back thousands of years. Before money existed, people traded directly with each other. A farmer might trade wheat for milk. A fisherman might trade fish for tools. This system is called barter. At first, it sounds simple. But there was a huge problem. Imagine you have chickens and want shoes. You find a shoemaker, but the shoemaker doesn't want chickens. He wants wood. Now you have to find someone willing to trade wood for chickens before you can get shoes. Trade becomes slow, complicated, and inefficient. Human civilization needed something better, something everyone would accept, something that could act as a middleman in every transaction. That something became money. Throughout history, many things have been used as money. Shells, salt, beads, silver, gold. But eventually gold became one of the most trusted forms of money. Why? Because gold had special characteristics. It was rare. It was durable. It didn't rust. It was difficult to fake. And most importantly, people trusted it. Notice something interesting. Even gold's value wasn't purely physical. Its value came largely from collective human belief. People believed gold was valuable. Therefore, it became valuable. This reveals one of the deepest truths about money. Money is not really about paper, metal, or digital numbers. Money is about trust. Trust is the foundation of every monetary system in history. Today, most money isn't backed by gold. In fact, most money exists only as numbers on computers. When you check your bank account, you're not looking at piles of cash sitting in a vault with your name on them. You're looking at digital records, numbers, data. So why do these numbers have value? Because society collectively agrees they do. When you accept money for your work, you trust that someone else will accept that money tomorrow. The grocery store trusts it. The gas station trusts it. Businesses trust it. Governments trust it. Billions of people trust it. That shared belief gives money its power. Think of money as a giant social agreement, a global belief system. As long as people trust the system, money works. But what happens when trust disappears? History gives us many examples. Sometimes governments print enormous amounts of money. At first, it seems harmless. More money sounds like more wealth. But wealth isn't created by printing paper. Real wealth comes from goods, services, skills, technology, businesses, and production. If the amount of money grows much faster than the amount of real wealth, prices begin rising. People start losing confidence. Trust weakens. And money loses value. This is why inflation exists. It's also why trust is so important. Without trust, money becomes just paper. Or just numbers on a screen. Now here's the most important idea in this entire video. Money itself is not wealth. Read that again. Money is not wealth. Money is simply a claim on wealth. If you have $1 million in cash, you have money. If you own productive businesses, valuable skills, technology, land, intellectual property, or investments that generate value, you have wealth. Money is simply the tool that allows wealth to be exchanged. Think of money as a bridge. It connects the value you create today with the things you want tomorrow. When you work, you're creating value. Money stores that value until you're ready to use it. In a sense, money is stored human effort, stored time, stored productivity, stored energy. That's why people work so hard to earn it. They're not really chasing paper. They're chasing what money represents. Choice, opportunity, security, freedom. So why does money have value? Not because it's paper. Not because it's digital. Not because governments say so. Money has value because billions of people trust it as a store of value and a medium of exchange. The moment you understand that money is fundamentally built on trust, you stop seeing money as paper. You start seeing it as one of the most powerful social technologies ever created. And once you understand that, you begin to understand how much of the modern world really works.